People try not to put a lot of pressure on me because I had a brother watching, but at the same time, they always like reminded me that he was watching. And I always had to make sure that he was okay before I did what I wanted to. Before Lincoln, I got in fights all the time. And most of it because of him, I would just have to, because he used to like to argue with everybody, and I would be the one, but he was smaller. He was always smaller than everybody. So I had to be the one to like take up for him.
LaDamian, he's one of 100 kids, that you come across. If you were here in the daytime, he would be one of many, and he has a brother that was here. And so there was a connection there, but there was just something about him in a sense, and they're all special, they're all angels. I mean, you just want to grab them all and just hug them and just, Anyway, but he just had this way. When I first saw him, he just had this smile. One of those kinds of smile, when he would smile, you're just drawn into this kid. And you want to talk to him like, what's up, how are you doing? One particular day, LaDamian was causing trouble.
I probably just started, and first we was in a trailer, and then we just moved to Lincoln Elementary. So it was just fun. I had a bunch of energy. I was a little kid. I probably had some candy. And then Miss Connor, she would tell us to stop. And well, I don't really know how I got caught. But everybody, we always just hyper, and for some reason I got caught.
But I went up to him and I grabbed him. And when I did, he jerked away from me. And as small as he was, it was more out of fear. And it was killing me that I had made him fearful. And so I got him in this room, and he was pacing like a cat, like a little leopard, going back and forth. And I was going, and I had my hands up in the air, and I was saying, look, I'm sorry. But he kept saying the same thing to me. You don't want me here, Mr. Mark. You don't want me here. And a million knives, I was going, that is not true. That is not true. I do want you here, LaDamian. Stop. Just stop. And the more we talked, he stopped pacing. The slower the pace got. And then finally he just looked at me and I said, I always want you here. I will always want you here. I just made a mistake. And pretty soon he settled down. I said, so who wants you here? And then that smile came up, and even with tears though that had been filling his eyes, he said, you want me here, Mr. Mark. And I went, that's right. So from that day on, anytime I would see him in the school,
I would be walking around and he would be like, oh, LaDamian, who wants you here? He would say, who wants you here? And I would be like, you do. And then smile. And then he always did this, and I always did this with him too, yeah.
And so now we get to see the benefit. You see that face, and you can tell that there's no fear, there's no insecurity. It's like, I'm good, I'm all right.